Okay, for this project, I'm just using a regular Red Heart Super Saver, which is a medium weight worsted 4-ply acrylic. But you don't have to use any kind of 4-ply yarn, will work. The color I'm using is Heather Gray, and there are 236 yards in the skein, and one skein will be plenty to make this bag. And then I'm going to be using a size H, which is a 5mm crochet hook. And then if you want to, for the handle, you actually could make any kind of handle that you want. But I'm using an old tie. I got this tie from the Goodwill store for $1. So if you have an old tie laying around, or you can go to a retail shop and get one, or like I said, you can make your own handle too. It doesn't have to be a tie. It's completely up to you. Okay. We're going to start with a slip knot on our hook. And we're going to start off by chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch to form a ring. And you can use the magic circle here if you want. And I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to work 12 double crochets through the center of the ring. So I'm going to yarn over and go through the ring and go ahead and do my double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, once you got 12 double crochets through your ring, you can usually pull your tail to make that circle smaller. If not, you can sew it up later on at the end. You want to go ahead and slip stitch into your first double crochet. Not that chain one we did, but that first double. Like that. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1. And I'm going to go back into that same stitch right there and do a double crochet. Now the next stitch I do is going to be a front post triple. So I'm going to go right around the post of that same stitch right here, the post of it, and do a front post triple crochet around that post. So I'm going to yarn over twice for a triple and go around that very first post, and then just go ahead and finish out my triple crochet. Like that. Now the next stitch right here, pull your stitches back, and I'm going to do a double crochet right into the top of it, and then I'm going to do a front post triple around the post of the same stitch. So you can see I went into the top of it, and here's the post of it. So right around the post of it, I'm going to do my front post triple. Like that, and then you just go ahead and do triple crochet. Okay, then I'm going to go to the next stitch, and I'm going to do a regular double crochet into the top of it, and then I'm going to do a front post triple crochet around the post of the same stitch. So right there, you can pull the stitches back and you can see it, that it has the double crochet in the top. Now you want to go around the same post and do a front post triple. So just go right around it like that, and then just do a regular triple crochet, and that'll make it around the post, which will be a front post triple. Okay, the next one, just a regular double crochet in the top of the next stitch, and then a front post triple around the post of the same stitch. So right here, go ahead and go around it and do a triple crochet. And that's the pattern we're going to repeat all the way around. It's just a double crochet and then a front post triple crochet around the same stitch. And that's gradually increasing our circle. Okay, once you make it all the way around, you should have a total of 24 stitches. 12 double crochet and 12 front post triple crochets. So what you want to do is, I just ended in a front post triple. Just want to go ahead and slip stitch into that first double crochet, and that will end round 2. So we're going to begin again by chaining 1, and now we're going to go right into that very first stitch and do 1 double crochet, and then we're going to go into the next stitch, which is actually the post. We're going to go into the top of the post and do a double crochet, and then we're going to go around the post and do a front post triple crochet. So we go into the top and just do a regular double crochet, and then we go around the post of the same stitch it's already a post from the previous row, and do a front post triple. It's like that. Again, we're going to go and do a double crochet into the next stitch, and then the next stitch is the post, so we're going to go do a double crochet in the front of it, or a double crochet on the top of the post, and then we're going to do a front post triple crochet around the post of it. Just like that. Next one, double crochet into the next stitch. And then the next one you can see is the post from the previous row. Double crochet into the top of it, and then front post triple crochet around the post of it. And the next one, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next post stitch here, you can see on the top of it, and then around the same post we front post triple around it. Like that. Double crochet right here into the next stitch, and then the next stitch is the post, so we double crochet in the top of it, and then front post triple crochet around the post. And we're just going to repeat this pattern all the way around, like that. So it'll be double crochet and then double crochet in the top of this one and front post triple around that one. So we're going to repeat that all the way around. What we're doing is we're keeping the post all the way lined up the whole way around. Okay, when you make it all the way around, you might notice it's starting to be kind of like sticks out a little bit in the center, and that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be, so you're not doing anything wrong. Go ahead and slip stitch into your first double crochet. Now this is kind of how we're going to be increasing every row from now on. So we're just going to start again with the chain 1, and we're going to double crochet back into the same stitch, and then the next stitch is just a double crochet, and then the next stitch is the post, so you double crochet into the top of the post, and then you front post triple around the same post. Okay, and then we're going to double crochet in this stitch, and the next stitch you can see is the post. So you double crochet in the top of it and front post triple around the post. So double crochet in the top and then front post triple around the post. Okay, double crochet in these 2 double crochets, and then the next stitch is the post stitch, so we double crochet in the top of it and double front post triple crochet around the post of it. Okay, again double crochet in these next 2 stitches here. And then the next stitch is the post, so we're going to double crochet in the top of it, and front post triple crochet around the post. So we're just going to repeat this pattern all the way around, and still every time we're just adding another stitch, and it's gradually increasing the circle. But every time, what it is just double crochet in every double crochet, but when you get to a post, it's always a double crochet on top of it and a front post triple around the same post of the same stitch, and that's what's making an increase. Okay, when you make it back around again, you just want to end with a slip stitch in your first double crochet. And now again, we're just going to start by chaining 1 and double crocheting back into that same stitch. And now we're going to double crochet into the next 2 double crochets here. And then we come up on our post stitch right here. So we're going to double crochet into the top of it and front post triple around the post. Like that. And now we're going to double crochet in each of these 3 double crochets here that are in between the posts. And then you're coming up on a post right here, double crochet in the top of it, front post triple around the post of it. Like that. Again, if you look between the posts, you can see there'll be 3 double crochets this round. Double crochet in each of them, and then when you make it to the post, you double crochet in the top of it and front post triple around the post of it. And this is how you increase the circle using front posts triple crochets like I'm doing. Every time around now there's going to be 1 extra double crochet in between the posts, so that's what's going to make it bigger. So right now there's 3, but then next time, the next round, there's going to be 4 because you're increasing on the post. So right now let's go ahead and double crochet in each of these, and there's 3 there now. When you go to the post and you put 1 on top of it and then the front post triple around the post, that's making the next double crochet for the next round. So it's really easy. All you do is you just keep following this pattern all the way around, and each time there's just 1 more double crochet between the posts. And then you always front post triple around the post. Oh. So I'll show you on my big piece here. As you can see, every round it just gets, there's just 1 more double crochet in between. So when you make it, you always chain 1 in the beginning of your first round and double crochet back into the same stitch, and then you double crochet in every stitch across until you get to your first post. And every post is going to have a double crochet on top of it and a front post triple around the post. And then you go around again and then double crochet in every double crochet to your next post, and the post is going to have a double crochet on top of it and a front post triple around the post. So the post stitch is actually the one that you're increasing on. So every row is going to have, it's going to get bigger and bigger. And we want to do that for a total of, let me count here, I didn't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows, counting your very first row, or 10 rounds, counting your very first round here of double crochet. So you do it 10 times. And then you just tie off at the end of that 10th round. And you should do 2 of these exactly the same. And you'll have a total of 120 stitches all the way around. Each piece needs to have 120 stitches. Okay, once you get your 2 pieces done, you can set them over to the side. And now I'm going to make a thick piece to sew them together, like this. And I'm going to put slits in it so we can weave the tie, or you can use a belt too if you want to, if you have no belt, over and under and around the purse to make it the handle. So what you want to start off with is a chain of 10. I'm sorry, a chain of 11. A chain of 11. And then we're going to single crochet in the 2nd stitch from the hook. And then we're going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch for the length of the chain. And then when you get to the end, you should have 10 single crochets. So this is the thickness that the bag is going to be. Okay, now what we're going to do is chain 1 and turn our work. Starting in this very first stitch, we're going to single crochet again. And again, it's 1 single crochet in every stitch across till we get to the end of the row. And we should have 10 single crochets again. And we want to do this for 4 rows. So we're on row 2 now. Okay, row 3, we chain 1 and turn, starting in the very first stitch again. Go across, single crochet in every stitch, and you should be having 10 single crochets at the end of each row here. Okay, chain 1 and turn, row 4 again, single crochet in the very first stitch, 1 single crochet in every stitch across. Okay, now on row 5, you chain 1 and turn. This is where we're going to make our first slit. So we're going to go ahead and single crochet in the very first stitch, and then single crochet into the next stitch. So that's 2 single crochets in a row. Now I'm going to do a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to skip the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And put 1 single crochet into the last 2. So there's 1 and 2. So that's our slit. A slit is going to happen, it's going to be done in multiples of 5. So that was the 5th row, and that's where we put our slit. So now we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to do 4 more rows of single crochet, and then we'll do a slit again. So we want to go ahead and put a single crochet in the first stitch, and in the next stitch, and then we're at this chain, and we did 6 chain spaces, so we're going to do 6 single crochet. You can just go right through the chain if you want. That's what I usually do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you can kind of straighten them out along the chain, and then single crochet into the last 2. So you should have 10 single crochets again, and that is row 1 of our next set of 5 to do our slit. So we chain 1 again and single crochet in the first stitch, and then every stitch across. You still should have 10 single crochet. Okay, again, chain 1 and turn. This will be row 3 of our group of 5. And remember, we're always keeping 10 single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. This will be the 4th row of single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. This is our 5th row, so this is where we're going to do the hole. So we're going to single crochet in the first 2 stitches. So there's 1 and 2, and then we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to skip 6 and single crochet into the last 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. And that's our second hole. And we're going to keep doing this in groups of 5. Every 5th row will be the buttonhole, and then we just start over again. So we're going to chain 1, turn. You want to put 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches here, and then 6 single crochets through this loop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 single crochet in the last 2, and you should have 10 single crochets again. And that was row 1 of our next group of 5. So we chain 1 and turn again. Row 2, 1 single crochet in every stitch across. 10 single crochets at the end of the row. Chain 1 and turn. Row 3, 1 single crochet in every stitch across. Chain 1 and turn. Row 4, 1 single crochet, every stitch across. And then row 5, chain 1 and turn is our button, or our, call it a buttonhole, I guess it looks like one, is our slit for to weave our tie into. So 1 single crochet in the first 2, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, skip 6, and then single crochet into the last 2, just like that. And then we start over again with another group of 5 by chaining 1, 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches, 1 single crochet, 6 single crochets through this loop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 single crochet into the last 2. So you have 10 single crochet again, and then we chain 1 and turn and start row 2 of our group of 5. So we're just going to keep repeating this. Okay, you want to have in where you have 16 slits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I went ahead and did 4 rows after that 16th slit, and then I tied off. So now we're going to go ahead and sew it on. I'm going to use slip stitch to sew it on, and you can see that there's each row is, you'll put a stitch in each row. I'll show you here. You can see the rows at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every 5th row is the slit. So you can start in anywhere that you want. So I'm going to find just any one of these post spaces, and I'm going to start in the one right after the post. So right there. And then I'm going to grab my piece here. I'm going to sew it on. I'm going to slip stitch it on. So I'm going to go into the first stitch here. Got to grab my yarn here. Pull it through both. And chain 1. Now I'm just going to follow it down. I'm going to go into my next stitch. And then the next stitch on this back piece. Just follow the rows. And slip stitch. And then the next stitch here, and then in the next row here, slip stitch, the next stitch here, and in the next row here, slip stitch. And I'm going to do this all the way around. Okay, and a way you can tell that you're always lining it up correctly is every slit should end on one of these post rows. So, except there'll be one in the middle of the post rows, and then there'll be a slit on the post rows. Except for the beginning where we started one after. So what I always do, kind of just to help me keep track, is I count right after my post row. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since we did the slits and multiples of 5, that 5th one should be on the slit row, and it is. And I do it again. That's just to help me keep track. Okay, when you make it all the way around, you should end up over here in the middle of this one somewhere and just tie off. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect in case you missed a stitch or something all the way around. But you got 1, 2, 3 of these little triangles, and then a half of one here for the opening. So you just want to start, you just want to do the other side the same way, starting in any one of these by the post, the one right after the post. And you just do it the same way you did the other side. Just kind of follow the stitches down. Remember, every 5th stitch is going to end on a slit row. That's how you can kind of keep track of the rows on here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this side sewed on. Okay, on the other side you should end this somewhere in the middle again, just like you did before. One of these middle stitches of this little triangle, or in between these posts. You just want to clip it off. And now you can hide all your tails. And one more thing I'm going to do before I put the handle on is go around the top here and these sides and around with 1 row of single crochet. So you can start any stitch along the top here. I'll probably just start like right here somewhere. And go ahead and pull your yarn through and chain 1. Now I'm going to go right back into that same stitch and single crochet, and I'm going to work 1 single crochet all the way across the top here until I get to the other side. So all along here. Okay, when you make it to the other side here, here's where we started sewing on the side. So I'm not going to go into that stitch. I went into the one before it, and now I'm just going to jump right over and go into the first stitch on the side flap. Like that. And then I'm going to put 1 single crochet across the side flap here. 1 in each stitch. And then when I get to the end on this side, I'm going to do the same thing with this tail here. I'm going to not single crochet into the stitch we ended in. So right here you can see I'm just going to go to this one right here that's doesn't have any workings in it yet, and single crochet just like that. And again, I'm just going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch until I get to the other side flap, and then I'll do the same thing, and I'm going to work this until I get back to where I started. 1 single crochet in every stitch. And when you made it back to where you started, you just want to go ahead and slip stitch into your first single crochet and tie that off. And now you want to make sure you have all your tails hidden, and then we'll weave the tie or belt or whatever you decide to use through here. Okay, now all you want to do is take your tie, and I start and just go under and over each spot and just weave it. It's real easy. Until you get all the way around. Like that. And then I just kind of pull them and put it in a tie. You can tie it however you want. You could probably even tie it like a regular tie ties, but I don't know how to do that, so I just tied in a little knot at the top. So. And that is all there is to it. Just kind of fiddle around with this and get it how you like it. One more thing you might want to do is maybe throw a button on with the strap so these don't flap open when you hold it, but that's completely up to you. You can do it any way you want, or you could probably throw a button on the inside and make a hook to one of these double crochets, or you can make a strap or a string, or you don't even have to do anything. You can just try it out and see. But that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and check me out on Facebook. I'll put a link to that below in the description box. And until next time, have a good day.